submissions. UCAM was unable. That's all right. I think we're live. We're just doing this for the first time. Click here when live stream.
First time in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. We said to ourselves, we're doing this.
Oh, there we go. See, look.
Oh, we are live. Look at that. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday, July 28th. Emily, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm overheated.
It's a little warm.
It's really hot.
It's a little
today.
warm here in Toronto.
But
we're here.
we're here.
Because
we said we'd be here.
That's right. We said we'd be here. We had a funny day yesterday. I think the heat really got to everyone. We worked a normal day in the studio, and then we got home at 5:30, maybe 6.
6:30, yeah.
And I said to Emily, I was just going to go have a quick little rest and, wake me up in 20 minutes type of thing. I woke up at 11 p.m. and I did not know what day it was. And it was very strange.
I also fell asleep, which is why I did not wake you up.
That was all right.
After 20 minutes.
So then we actually made dinner at 11:30 p.m. I don't think that's what you're supposed to do. I think you're supposed to have dinner earlier than 11:30 p.m. But that's what we did. And it was tasty. And then we watched 2 episodes of a show on Apple TV, which we really like right now. We finished the show, The Crowded Room. That's a tough one to watch.
Mm-hmm. A lot of emotional ups and downs. A lot of twists in that one.
Tom Holland.
Oh, phenomenal acting.
I think is going to win awards for that show.
Yeah.
He's no longer just Spider-Man.
He should win all the awards for that, for the acting in that show.
I think we should talk about some things we've been watching lately in a little bit. But Emily, we're here today to talk about producing a commercial.
Yeah.
Which is something that we've been doing for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We like doing it. And I think people might be interested in what goes into making projects with us. We use the word commercial widely. I think that word has changed. I think when we were young pups, when we were kiddos, a commercial meant a 30-second spot, no matter what.
On TV.
On TV. On broadcast TV.
Yeah.
And usually a commercial meant, high 6-figure budgets, a whole crew, massive camera package, huge lighting and grip and everything like that. I think the word commercial has changed a little bit.
Yeah, I think there's a definite blend now between making a digital video for online and a traditional commercial. So
I remember early in our career, people say, "Oh, it's just for web. It's just for web." That's sort of a thing.
Right.
It doesn't really matter. It's just for web.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you were making a commercial for a big brand that was going on TV, say Second Cup or something, like we have done. That was a whole different animal than it's just going on web. It's just going on our website. As if something that was just going on the website would not get seen by anyone, so let's not spend any money on it. And that was about 10 years ago, 15 years ago. Yep. So things have changed a little. There's videos on websites now.
And commercial, yeah, there's videos on websites now.
Yeah.
Commercials have changed in length. We're just in post-production on a commercial right now. It's currently top secret, but we can probably tell you when it's out. And those commercials are 6 and 10 second spots because everybody's trying to get everyone's attention really quickly. And definitely a challenge to make a 6-second spot when you are watching it over and over again. The finished file or the close to finished file, you find yourself thinking like, it's too short. But
why does it have to be 6 seconds or 5 seconds or?
Well, it's depending on where you're putting it, but you can't always skip. You can't always skip the first couple of seconds.
Explain that.
Yeah. Well, if you're putting your spot on YouTube as a pre-roll, for example, depending on your settings, you can't skip those first couple of seconds. So that's what marketers are asking us to do right now.
Pre-roll is those when you go on YouTube to watch like a funny cat video. It's that truck commercial that plays first before you can watch your funny cat video. And you get there's a set amount of seconds that you have to watch before that little skip button comes up. So marketers, advertisers, brands, they want to make sure that either they make it so interesting that you don't hit the skip button, you keep watching, or everything you need to know, everything they want you to know in the commercial happens in those first 6 seconds. Is this 6 seconds, or am I just using a general time chunk?
You know what? 6 seconds seems to be the average, and
Okay.
and I'm no digital marketing expert.
There's no like YouTube law of like, no, this is what it is. It's kind of.
I think it's changing honestly so quickly.
Okay.
We have a lot of friends who are digital marketers. We're not digital marketers.
Friends who are digital marketers, comment.
Yeah.
Let us know what's the
Speaking
latest on
Speaking
pre-roll.
of comments, so we're still learning how this works. But Paul Harris is our neighbor on the 12th floor.
Nice.
Hey, Paul.
Stomp really loudly so everyone can hear you.
Bang everything on your desk really loudly. Yeah. And so Paul is our neighbor upstairs.
That's
hey,
awesome.
Paul. And
thanks for watching, Paul.
And we have James and Victor also saying hello. Hi, James and Victor.
Hi, Victor.
Nice
Hi, James.
To see you both. James from the wonderful team of human beings who do absolutely fantastic animation and not cartoon, that's a terrible word, but by the booth. Fantastic visual arts company. James, you're a better salesman than I am. You'll probably say it better than what we just did, but
yeah.
And
we need to probably do a whole episode because there's so much I don't understand about VFX, animation, animatics, 2D, 3D.
Yeah, all of the Ds.
Like, we have clients say, okay, we want this video done. We're going to interview some people, and then we want some animations.
Yep.
What does that mean, right? Animations, are we, making, Little Mermaid had animations in it.
Yeah.
But also sometimes you just have the little banner under someone's name that says like Emily Sorley, producer. That's animations.
Yep.
So
text on screen.
I think getting clear on like some terms and what things are is really good.
So I think I titled this video a general purpose live stream, but you wanted to talk about...
Well, I wanted to, because we haven't been live in a really long time, and so we obviously are a bit rusty.
Are you talking about the backdrop?
Yes. Rusty Gate.
That's Rusty Gate, the color. It's a nice color. Actually, that's not rusty.
It's not really, but anyone...
We painted our house.
Anyone who follows Bear's color trends of the year paint samples will recognize from 2022 Rusty Gate as one of the top. Anyways, it's such a random sidebar.
Speaking of Bear, that is a really good segue into the Bear.
We'll have to talk about next episode because we already talked about one TV show this episode.
Oh, you only want to talk about one?
Yeah.
All right, that's fine.
Otherwise, it's just like
Emily, what goes into producing a commercial?
When
we get asked.
I wanted to talk about all this different stuff we've been up to because everything we've been doing this summer is like so different from everything. Like every piece we've done this summer is so extremely different that I thought it's like a fun cross section of the type of videos we do. So Andrew's been working with Skippery, the boat club, on making some commercials, some safety videos, some training videos. So, and some, you went out there with a photographer and some models and got some footage of people enjoying the boats. Then we had Sarah Kate, Good Clean Fun, Sarah Kate, in the studio using our kitchen set to make recipe videos.
Yep.
Then we did that commercial that's like top secret because it's not out yet. That was also in the studio. Those were product videos. So it was a whole different team, a whole different approach. You did promos for Victory Charity Ball.
Mm-hmm.
We support Victory Charity Ball. We have for many years, and we support them by doing the promo videos and filming at the event. So two different things. So kind of like commercial style content capture, and then also live event content capture, and put that into like a little recap video. And then I put CPGS in here to talk about, even though it's not that different from some of the other things, but because that was one time where we did some green screen replacement stuff, which is kind of tricky and fun and interesting at the same time. So Andrew,
Mm-hmm.
of all these like you were out on a boat filming a family enjoying the beach, and then you had boxers in here, and we had
who could all beat me up real good.
and you
Just
did
'cause-
like dramatic, extreme, I don't know, hero videos.
Yeah.
So like it's been all over the place. Do you want to pick a couple favorites and talk about them and show some examples?
Well, and the one that we didn't talk about was our PSA with our friends at Junction 59 for Mothers Against Drunk Driving.
Yes, that's the big one.
Speaking of being on a boat, we were on a dock for that one up in Honey Harbor.
Mm-hmm.
But that commercial's just been released, and it's going to be out on TV eventually. What goes into producing a commercial? Well, I think the first thing that goes into producing a commercial is you start at the finish line. What is the end result? What are we hoping to achieve? And sometimes it's, okay, I need a 30-second spot. Sometimes I need vertical videos for our reels. Sometimes I need a video for a sales presentation. The end result tends to dictate how we get started. So,
and I want to dig into that a little bit.
Yep.
And I'm pulling up something you said the other day. Why? So you said the other day that you're a video producer that also wears a marketing hat, and I thought, well, that's a really good point, and so I wrote it down. What does that mean, and why does it matter to you and to Stature about end results for the clients? Why don't we just sit back and deliver us your script and your storyboards, and we'll bring the camera and make it happen?
Yep.
Why do you put so much interest and care into what a client's doing with the video, where it's going, what they want the video to do for them?
It's a good question. And it really depends who we're working with. There's some clients who we're working with that have a fully fledged and operational marketing department. In that case, I tend to leave the marketing hat at home. But there's some companies that we work with who need a little more help in that area. And we do like getting our hands dirty and getting in problem solving mode. So we do jump in and try and understand, sales objectives and hiring objectives and growth and communications, what people are trying to say, what people are trying to do. So it really depends on who we're working with. We'll wear those different hats, but yeah, there are some times when we are wearing both the video producer hat and the marketing hat, and yeah, I care deeply about people's success. I want other people to do well. I think if other people are doing well working with us, I think then that means we're going to do well, and everybody wins.
Specifically, what type of success and what type of well? Because you could say, we have lots of friends that are DPs, cinematographers, like make beautiful imagery, but they don't get into the marketing side. So for them, success is like a very beautiful cinematic piece.
For sure.
Why is the marketing part of the video success to you, like hitting marketing objectives? Where does that come from, Andrew?
I think that's a good question. I think I've always been a promoter. I think I've always been someone interested in seeing good things grow, whatever the good thing is. And that's not to say that a DP who's focused on making a stunning image isn't. I'm not in any way saying that. But there's some people whose primary objective is to make the sound perfect, crystal clear, and I love that. We hire those people. There's people who are incredible technicians in their particular field, and that's what they're focused on, and that's great. My focus has almost always been, let's solve problems for the businesses that hire us, and if we're contributing towards that with the work that we make, I think that means everyone else gets paid too. Like, I think it means people get another opportunity to work together. So that for me has been where I've focused.
Where do you think your interest in marketing came before or after doing video?
Before, yeah. I had a few jobs in between high school and college. I worked at a guitar store, and unintentionally I became their marketing person. It was small stuff, but I decorated the store window. I did flyers. I even helped arrange the store and redecorate the store in a way that I felt was more open and inviting. So even at a young age, 18, 19 years old, marketing and the idea of helping move product in that way was appealing to me. And I think, some of my longtime friends know I used to be in a band as a young buck, and I was also in charge of promoting our band, right? So that stuff started to resonate, and then I went to school for advertising, and now here we are today, helping big companies tell stories.
That's a good answer. I didn't know some of that stuff about like making flyers and things like that. So that's cool.
I made really good front window displays.
I saw the displays. We were dating at this time that Andrew was working at the guitar store, music store, but I don't think I ever saw any flyers. I think that's really cool.
It's true. Yeah, so I think long-winded answer, I like to consider the end result. If it's, hey, I'd like to increase my sales, or hey, I'd like to attract more people to come apply for a job. We like starting there and understanding, hey, this is the need for this video. Yeah. If the need isn't met, then we haven't. It's not to say we haven't done our jobs. We probably have done our jobs, but maybe something else is happening in the market.
But we care about the end video doing the job it's supposed to do, not just delivering a video,
right?
And then washing our hands and saying like, good luck. We did our part. Hope it did okay. So starting from that end, working backwards, I think too also helps us organize budget in a certain way. If you came to us and said, I want to hire Arnold Schwarzenegger to, be the spokesperson for my boat rental company. Hello.
By the way, we're getting a delivery right now.
Yeah.
Come on in, sir. Anywhere works.
Thank you. We'd, maybe starting from the end, and we find out that the marketing goals is to encourage young families with kids to join the boat club and show how much fun your family can have on the boat.
Keep talking.
And your budget is like, less than 6 figures. We'd say, okay, if you're trying to attract young families, that got so loud for a second. Okay, if you're trying to attract young families, why do you need to have Arnold Schwarzenegger? Like, that's going to be that's more than your budget will allow for, first of all. And is that...
Unless you got deep fake Arnold.
Yeah, but also, like, is that going to, like, help with the messaging?
Right.
Or not? And that's, like, a really ridiculous example. It could. Maybe Arnold brings his young family, and it's, like, a great campaign. I don't know. But if your budget is a certain amount, then we can maybe help you with the breakdown of what it would cost to put this commercial together to see if it's worth trying to hire Arnold, or whether that makes sense to hire Arnold.
So
It's a really weird example.
I'm still trying to understand how to work with Ecamm, which there's some people who use this software and they are just incredible at it. Our friend Rob in Pittsburgh.
Rob Rusher?
Rob Rusher. Rusher?
Rusher? Rob, comment and let us know.
Is it Rusher
how to pronounce
or Rusher?
your last name?
I think it's Rusher.
Because we care about you.
We do care. Okay, so how do we produce a commercial? So generally the first step is the client will come to us and say, okay, here's what I'm trying to accomplish. Here's an idea I had. Here's the goal. Once we have the goal, we'll start talking about, okay, well, what's it going to take to make this? There's a bunch of costs involved, depending on what we're trying to do. There is, how big is your crew? How big is your crew needed in order to pull off the great shot that we're trying to do? In some cases, you can get a pretty lean crew together. If it's more of a documentary style shoot, sometimes it's just a handful of people. If it's a medium to light commercial with maybe only one location, you might have a pretty lean crew, but you might have 10 or a dozen people. sometimes there's a commercial with 50, 60, 80 people on set. It really does depend on a lot of different things. But as the amount of crew goes up and as the amount of production design goes up, that's when your budget starts increasing. And the amount of days, if it takes 1 day to shoot a commercial, if it takes 4 days, if it takes a week, if there's travel involved, these are different things that start to impact the budget right off the bat. So
if you want to hire Arnold Schwarzenegger as your spokesperson, that's gonna
I think that should be a
influence the
goal
budget.
we should set, which is before our career is done, produce a commercial with Arnold in it. Like
I wouldn't
real
mind.
Arnold, not fake Arnold.
I wouldn't mind. He makes some fun commercials.
So the truth of the matter is we will end up working backwards. So people say, how much is this going to cost? And we say, well,
How much can you spend?
how much do you want to spend?
You know?
That is the honest answer. It's not a weird veiled negotiation tactic.
No.
It's
We use like a food or a meal reference a lot, right? So if I come to you and I say, make me dinner, how much is it going to cost? Well, okay, what do you want to spend? What do you want to eat? If you like maybe I just want craft dinner and it's going to cost $1.50. But maybe I want you to like fly Gordon Ramsay over from England to have him serve as a personal chef and make something gourmet with very expensive ingredients. That's a whole nother budget.
right.
So if I just say make me dinner and don't give any parameters to it, maybe I'm expecting Gordon Ramsay to come make a truffle salmon
Truffle
risotto.
tart.
I don't know. And you bring me a plate of craft dinner, and I'll be like, what the heck?
Right.
But also, if I say, make me dinner, and I'm expecting a plate of macaroni and cheese or a bowl or a pot. I mean, like, who plates macaroni and cheese? You just eat it out of the pot. We all know this. Then, and you know what? This example is going to be maybe lost on some of our American viewers, because I'm talking craft dinner, which definitely gets eaten out of a pot. If you're making like a mac and cheese casserole, then that's another story. Anyways, I want to be universally understood.
I get it.
Yeah. So if I'm expecting one thing but not communicating what I want, it's hard to pin down a budget. It's hard to say, okay, this is how much this costs. Really, that's all it is. It can cost it costs what it costs. It costs as much as you're willing to spend. If you have a ceiling, if you're like, okay, we only have this much in our marketing budget for video, here's the number, and we want to make, every quarter we want to make a commercial. So this has to be divided into 4. Great. Okay. Maybe we can make the budget stretch even more by filming everything, like all 4 pieces, in one day.
That's the way to do it. Yep. And then just release them.
That's why we ask, that's why we sort of take a budget and work backwards. Now, if you say, how much does a commercial cost? And I say, how much do you want to spend? And you say, $5. Then we have to get really creative on how to spend $5.
We can't make a commercial in 2023 for $5.
Yeah, we can.
It won't be.
This.
It won't be.
Watch this. Buy craft dinner. You can't even read that. Buy KD.
That's actually worth more than $5.
And we have how many people watching this right now?
I don't know exactly. I'm still trying to learn how to see that stuff.
We've had a few comments. So let's say we've got
5. It looks like 5 people.
And people come on and off. So let's say people tune in and out, and I just hold this the whole time.
Yeah.
And maybe we have 20 people see this. And so you spent $5 and got 20 people. You got 40 eyeballs on this.
We're not being paid by Craft Dinner though. We should be clear.
But is that a good spend to have 20 people see this piece of paper? I mean, you tell me.
Yeah. All right. So Emily,
We're just being goofy now.
we are being goofy. What is your favorite part about producing a commercial?
Well,
What is your favorite part?
that is so broad. But I was going to suggest.
You have to pick one.
I have to pick one.
What's your favorite part?
I think my favorite part is, all the weeks and months leading up to it with all the back and forth, and it's mostly just emails and phone calls and spreadsheets and budget meetings. And then we get to the day of the commercial and everyone's having a great time, and we're actually like creating something on camera, like we're making something happen. That's my favorite part, especially when we get to work outside, like we did with the Mothers Against Drunk Driving commercial. That was really fun because we got to be outside all day, even though it was really cold. So we were all kind of miserable. And then somehow we still all managed to get sunburned. So we were all kind of miserable. But it was still just really fun to be out of the office and go somewhere different and work with really fun people. And I don't know, there's just like a adrenaline of us all trying to like work to this goal, and we have a set amount of time, and yeah, it's exciting.
Agreed. I enjoy being on set as well. I think we get a rush from having the energy of the crew. I saw Nigel saying hello, one of our awesome crew members,
Yes, he is.
who's absolutely killing it in Steadicam land right now. Just having incredibly talented people, really smart, fun people who collaborate well. I think that's my favorite part. The end result, the post-production, the editing, it's fun to see. And obviously I want to deliver the thing that we shot. But for me, it's the energy and the excitement on the shoot day that gets me excited. Anything else you want to talk about? Because I feel like we're going to do this a little more often. We've got this beautiful studio here, and we've been saying to ourselves, hey, we need to go live more. Some of you might know, but not everyone. Some of you might know that weekly or bi-weekly, twice monthly, depends on where we're at. We've been doing a Drew J's talk show because I'm Andrew and my co-host, his name is Drew Dudley. So we've been doing that for, 4 months now. But we haven't gone live for Stature in quite some time. Maybe a year, maybe even more. We've got the studio here, and it's designed to do this sort of thing. You can go live real quick, real easy. Lots of options in the studio visually, but the idea is relatively, you walk into the studio, have a seat, and you can start recording content. So if you've thought, hey, I'd like to maybe go live, or maybe I'd like to make a quick video for my business, give us a call.
I figured out how to pull the comments up.
Oh, okay.
Can watch them.
So Nigel says hi. And
Nigel also said the coffee maker's a little confusing.
No, that might be a user error.
It's an espresso, like you put the puck in, you close it, you push the button. And I get that maybe it's a little confusing for about 5 seconds the first time, but I'd hate to see him with like a, fresh, like a coffee grinder and a...
Nigel has many qualities. Like, first of all, kind.
Very kind.
Extremely caring, thoughtful. Good-looking guy.
Yep.
Beautiful fiance.
Yep.
Excellent
just
palate.
Wonderful people.
We ran into Nigel and his fiance at the restaurant. At the restaurant. That sounded funny. I didn't want to mention the restaurant because they're not sponsoring us. Nobody's sponsoring us. If you want to sponsor this,
here's another $5 ad. No, I'm just kidding.
If you want to sponsor our show, we're willing. We're willing to schlep your wares.
Okay, so I think that was enough like general preamble. Now, I would like to, if you're got some stuff ready for us to show Andrew.
I don't.
Okay.
I could.
Right.
I want to. The truth is, I don't know how to do it yet, but I'm going to try right now.
We're sorting Ecamm out.
Here's what I want to do.
Yeah.
Oh, that's photos. We can't do that. I want to just understand new group. I'm going to just call this a test.
Okay.
And what's in that new group? Let's see.
So can you show?
Oh, that's the wrong thing.
Well, I can just tell people about other things.
I'm using our webcam right now. Not
fun.
Cool. Delete that new scene. Live streams, not our specialty.
No.
I'm not even going to lie about it.
But we're going to get really good at them.
We'll get good. There's other people who do killer jobs at live streams. Not our forte.
But what's fun with the other angle that you accidentally just showed is that people can see a bit more of the studio and see the grid in the ceiling. So that's cool.
That's true.
So Andrew, you have nothing to pull up, or
Well,
you're just not sure how to do it, but it's on your... Because we can just tell people, like, web addresses to go to.
yeah. No, listen, for sure we can. The truth of the matter is next week,
Mm-hmm.
I will watch some tutorials about how Ecamm works. I'm way late to the game. We had Ecamm last year when we were doing tutorials, and then we actually let the membership lapse because we weren't using it. Got re-energized to turn it back on. So it's on me. It's on me to watch some more tutorials. And next week we'll have a lot more interactivity. Do you want to do this once a week?
Yeah.
Do you guys want us to do it once a week? You tell us. We will do what you ask. But how about we sign off? Do you want to sign off for now?
I think maybe we're not on the same page.
Oh.
Like, I just assumed we'd go for about an hour, and we talked about, maybe showing examples of what we've been up to lately. But if that's not going to happen...
Well, I'll tell you what. Keep talking. Tell me some stories.
Okay.
Tell me some stories.
So I'll tell you something I've been thinking about, and I would love feedback from the World Wide Web, like all of our friends and everything out there. You know the expression, the riches are in the niches, but it's kind of pronounced niches. So is it the riches are in the niches? It's something we talk about a lot here at Stature. Being a bit more serious for a second, though. So we're always in a constant state of knowing we need to do our own internal marketing better, like our own stuff for ourselves, right? Like our website's always 2 years out of date in terms of recent work. And sometimes there's nothing we can do about it because a lot of the stuff we film is under NDA, so we can't post the work we're doing. So that's a bit of a struggle. But there's always stuff throughout the year we can post. And we just, the shoemaker's kids having no shoes. Like we work on our stuff very last. So if there's client work to do, then we're doing that. And then once every, 6 months or so, we go, oh, we should really update the website. We should really do this, that, and the other. So we're in one of those phases right now. And we're working with some very talented individuals to get our website up to date. And part of that is sort of restating and getting clear on what we do. Like, what does Stature do, right? Who we are, what do we do? What's our niche? What's our specialty? And this is sort of marketing business 101 is get clear about like your point of differentiation. So we know we need to do that. And I was kind of looking around at someone else's. I was looking at another video company in Toronto.
Go ahead.
Because it's just good to see like who's out there, what are they doing, how do you compare? Not comparing ourselves to them, but you sort of see like, oh, these people specialize in food photography and food commercials, and these people specialize in cars, and these people specialize in music videos, like all this stuff that, they're really, really good at, because sometimes clients come to us and say, we want to do X, Y, and Z, and we say, okay, every once in a while they have an asset. It's like, that's really not our strength, but we can work with this other team because they're really good at that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so I was on this other video company's website and I was reading the About Us, and I kid you not, word for word, we could copy and paste that and put it on our own site and it would apply to us, not changing a thing. It was like the year they started, how they started,
Owned by Andrew and Emily?
Not the names, but everything else. It was like, it was like a couple, husband and wife team, background in this, that, and the other, like all this stuff. And I was like, okay, if they can say that about themselves and we could copy and paste that, put it on our website, and it would apply for us, that's not a point of differentiation anymore. Us being a husband and wife team that started in 2009, that really care about our clients, that want to do good work,
It's interesting.
It's
Doesn't-
true.
Doesn't
but
necessarily help
it
someone
doesn't
solve their
say
problem.
how. Yeah, it doesn't say how we're any different than another company, and maybe like what we do really well, or what our strengths are, that kind of thing. So I brought. Yeah, if you're, do you have stuff for your show?
We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it.
Okay, do you want to give me 2 more minutes to finish? Because so I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking about, how do we position ourselves, positioning, right? If you haven't read April Dunford's book, do it. Do yourself a favor, do it. It's great.
Obviously awesome.
Cake on a Stick. That's in the first couple pages, so you only need to get a few pages in to understand what I'm saying. Cake on a stick. So you think about what is your cake on a stick. And I found something. We've been doing a big spring cleaning, summer cleaning, and I found this in our stuff. Andrew Sorley.
Uh-oh.
No, don't uh-oh. This I made in our very first year of business.
That's your story in high definition.
So this was our branding. This was our logo.
The red sort of rounded corners. Rounded corners were huge in 2009.
Oh, they were huge. We had them on our wedding invites in 2007, and we were cutting edge.
Yeah,
That's thanks to our friend Cindy, who's a graphic designer.
Yeah.
And she was like, let me tell you about rounded corners.
It's the new thing.
So thanks, Cindy. And Cindy just had a birthday recently, so happy birthday.
Cindy.
Okay, so this was the name of our company. We hadn't really picked a better name yet. It's just our last name. And then, but this was our tagline. This was our big point of differentiation in our market. Your story in high definition, because at the time, that was the thing that set us apart, was that we did HD video. Everyone else was still 720.
Not even 720.
And we were like, yeah, or 480 or whatever. If you want high definition, you come to us because we bought the cameras that can do that. No one else in our area had those. So this is our big point of differentiation. Imagine using this today.
People would be like, "Oh, you guys."
That's kind of assumed now that everyone has HD.
Now it's assumed it's 8K.
Yeah, 4K is not even new and trending.
4K is.
But it was kind of a low bar, low hanging fruit.
Mm-hmm.
To just the one thing that made us different. If you wanted high definition, you called us.
Yep.
So in fast forwarding 15 years,
yeah.
What is the thing today that separates us? If everyone else is doing high definition, what's different about Stature? So that's what we're kind of working on with positioning, things like that.
Right.
So anyways.
By the way, small update. Both Keeve and Victor are saying they're thinking about Katie for lunch right now. So.
So that was a very good $5 spend for your marketing campaign.
Well, we need to send them an invoice. Not them. We need to send Craft Dinner.
Yeah. Their agents. Who's their agency of record right now?
We'll figure it out. Let me try this. Speaking of Keeve.
Okay.
It might work. We're gonna see. I'm gonna press a button. Let's see. Wait for it. Oh. Let's try it.
Does this come up?
Does it work for you guys?
It does. I can see it. Okay.
Is it playing? No.
It's just a still image.
It's just a still. Okay, hang on. We'll get this sorted out.
But that's Keeve. That still image of a video that Andrew's pulling up is Keeve. He's their newest Stature teammate, and he's fantastic.
So it's just a still, is it? Okay, one sec.
But we posted it. Where did we post it? If people want to go check it out and watch it.
I'm gonna try.
After the stream is done.
Let's try this. Showing all scenes, showing background.
So we've had an exciting summer. We've filming a lot of boat related things.
We'll figure it out. Oh, maybe one more. No, can't do that. Thanks for sticking with us.
Now it's just your screensaver. which is me doing
work
from home video. That's the other thing that we're thinking of these days, is updating the work from home series, because it's been 3 years. So maybe there's there's some new things we can add. There's new things we can talk about. There's different things we can talk about. I believe at one point in the work from home series, we talk about showing up well, and I encouraged everyone to still dress like they're going to the office, for their home work from home Zoom calls. Like, still put on your shirt and your jacket and your tie and your whatever, and you'll feel more professional and stuff. And I think maybe people did that for a little bit, and then we all just thought, what is the point? And just started getting really casual. And I think now it's pretty the norm for, if you're doing work from home, it's okay to wear a baseball cap and a t-shirt and a hoodie, and no one's really, bothered by that. So that could be updated. The part where I encourage people to wear a suit and tie on camera. So times change. Things change.
Times do change. Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. Yeah. With this stuff. There is add a new placeholder camera.
Jess and Jennifer both just said hi on our comments, and hi to both of you.
Hello, Jennifer. Hello, Jess. Well, Jess said hi a while ago. Jennifer Johnston. Hello, friend. It's been a while.
So yeah, we're going live from our studio, our little Stature studio that we love so much.
Yes, we do.
It gets a lot of different use. So we filmed 2 or 3 different projects recently, using our kitchen set, which when we put the kitchen in, we always kind of had in mind that we'd like to style it in a way so that it could be used as a set. And so we got to use it a couple times this summer, which I was really excited about. Maybe since you can put up stills.
Oh, I think I see. Hang on. Yeah. Hang on. Close. Oh.
We're picture in picture. Look, this is a live feed of what we look like. We're just like
Sorry,
a little.
Everyone.
It's okay.
Ecamm needs permission. I am figuring this out in real time, so thanks for hanging out with us.
Do you have a still of Sarah Kate in the kitchen?
Yeah, I think so. We'll find it.
Mm-hmm.
Yoink. Tell you what, because I feel like we're wasting people's time. I don't like doing that. I don't like wasting people's time. Next week, we're going to have this all sorted out. And we're going to know how to show videos. Again, we produce videos. We're not experts in airing them.
We made the videos look good. We just are
awesome.
learning. We're teaching ourselves how to make them show up good on a live feed.
Mm-hmm.
But one thing Andrew did figure out how to do, which I think is really cool, is he got permission to go live on LinkedIn, which not everyone can do. It's not like Facebook where you just hit live and start talking. You have to get permissions.
Mm-hmm.
You have to apply, and then they, grant you the ability to go live on LinkedIn, which is very cool. So if anyone out there is interested in knowing how to do that, you can talk to Andrew because he figured it out.
Don't promote that yet.
You don't remember how to do it?
No, I know how to go live on LinkedIn, but we're just doing a terrific job of it right now. All right.
So,
Emily?
Next episode. What do you want to go through next week?
Well, I would like to tell the world, eat more craft dinner. Or Annie's.
Yeah, Annie's is good. Gluten-free options.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Victor has a comment here. Let's see. Oh, Victor, that's a big question. We're just trying to wrap up the show. What do you look for in a successful client relationship? Why did you have to ask that now? Why are you talking about KD?
I have an answer.
Okay. What do you look for in a successful client relationship?
Okay. So in a successful client relationship, once the first project or 2 is out of the way, and we've done that, we've done a really good job at explaining our process and our delivery schedules and understanding what they need, understanding what they like, understanding where these videos are going, what they're using them for. And we kind of get into the 3rd, 4th, you know what I mean? We now have a really good rhythm where they just say, hey, we need a video for this thing, and we just up and go. Because we really understand what they're looking for, and they know that they can trust us to just get it done and get it done well, and it will be done on time and in a format that they're happy with. And so we have a couple clients like that now, where honestly they just say, we need this filmed, and that's it. They just send us out there. We've been sent earlier this year, I don't know, March, April or something.
Yeah.
We had a client send us out to Calgary to cover an event out there and to do some interviews with some of their stakeholders, and we just went on our own. We just represented them. You know, they trust us completely, and so that's a really good client relationship, is the trust part. It's being able to just know what their expectations are and deliver on them.
Yeah.
And they know we will deliver on them. So we're all just sort of like happily co-working, coexisting,
Yep.
co-helping each other.
On the topic of co-helping each other, you know, when I was in college, and many people in the Toronto world, maybe even the Ontario world, will know the name Saul Corman.
Yeah.
Saul Corman from Corey's Clothiers for Men, 569 Danforth Avenue.
Wow.
Saul Corman passed away a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
But,
you remember the ads.
Oh, I remember the ads like they were still on this morning.
Also, I'd like to say that what I look for in a client relationship is someone who calls us a dumbass. Victor?
So, Victor, dumbass in the nicest way.
In the nicest way.
What he means to say.
So,
Victor did ask that question 10 minutes ago. We are learning how the software works.
LinkedIn?
Yeah,
I'm watching the comments on Facebook.
I have the comments on LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, I think. But what's interesting is there's a button.
So I'm going
to just tell you guys what's happening.
Yeah.
There's a button that says show comments. So you hit show comments, and it says no comments. So we're like, oh, that's weird. But then you open the Facebook page on a phone.
And you see comments.
So
I got my phone here to check the comments, but that's just Facebook. So next time we go live, I'll need 3 different screens.
No, but there should be a way to solve that, because we have the same problem with Drew J's Talk. People comment on Drew J's Talk and we can't see it. Victor, speaking of Saul Corman, so Saul Corman would buy radio spots on every radio station in town daily. Spent hundreds of thousands of dollars each year on radio ads. He would call from his desk and he would do his ad from the spur of the moment. He didn't write anything.
I do remember that. He would just go off the cuff. He'd be like,
he would just chat.
It's
a little bit like us.
It's hot today, so we got some really good Italian silks in, and we want to have everyone come and check them out.
But that, yes, he would do that. But he would do that in the last 3 seconds of his ad. He'd spend 45 seconds talking about one of his neighbor's business or one of his friend's business or a new business that moved into town.
Oh, that's cool.
And you ended up, it was almost like Grandpa Saul talking to you about the news of the day. But this guy was so dedicated and so consistent in talking about other people's businesses that it just became like, that was when it came time to buying a suit. That's the suit I want to buy. I bought a tie from Saul before he passed away. It's a tie that's a fundraiser for prostate cancer Canada. But I'll tell you that that's a long-winded story to tell you. Victor Pereira recently started a company called Spitfire Recruiting. So excited about Victor. If your company is looking to bring on extremely talented people, Victor is well positioned to help you find them. He's a man of integrity, and that's what you're looking for, I think, when you're having a business partner, business relationship. Speaking of what are you looking for in a client relationship, Victor? I'm looking for integrity. Victor's only started his business in the last 3 months. He's already doing incredibly well, helping people all over North America. So, Victor, keep going with Spitfire. Keep going with Spitfire Recruiting. I wanted to. We've been telling people about Kiev Challenger. Kiev's our newest team member here at Stature.
We'll play his video next time because we'll know how to do it by then.
I released a video the other day on the Instagram machine. I don't know if I put it on LinkedIn or not. But Kiev is new to our team. We're really excited to have him, and a lot of you will be hearing from him soon.
Mhm.
He's going to start emailing and getting to know a lot of you.
Mm-hmm.
But Keeve, really glad you're here. Glad you decided to join Stature. And yeah, thanks.
And James put up in our comments on LinkedIn,
Yep.
James put up a really helpful link just about the YouTube specs we were talking about at the beginning of this episode, about pre-roll and how long that is. So thank you, James.
Yeah, and this is the thing. So Google, which owns YouTube, just came up with this brand new format for universally sort of, well, it's saying how the YouTube algorithm works. I'm going to read this
5
article
seconds before you can skip.
and we'll talk to you more about them later. But
I'm
effectively,
sure that'll change.
This stuff changes all the time.
And if you get YouTube Premium, then you don't get ads at all, right?
Yeah.
Or you can skip all the, I don't know how it works.
Or if you have an ad blocker or all these different things.
Yeah.
Anyways, everyone, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for
Happy Friday.
bearing with us while we shake off the rust and
Mm-hmm.
get back into the swing of doing lives. And we're going to do it every week that we can.
Will you guys join us if we hang out a little bit more often?
Mm-hmm.
Keep you company. You can keep us company.
Yep.
Come see the studio. We have an espresso machine that Nigel doesn't know how to work.
We'll bring Nigel in and he can just operate it all day.
That's what we should do. On a day when we know a lot of you are coming. Actually, last thought from me. You can have a last thought if you want. We are thinking about doing an open house here. Would you guys come?
We're going to have popcorn. Like, you know, the old school...
Whirly pop.
Not whirly pop, the bigger ones. The ones that would be at a movie theater.
I like it.
You know?
I like
Remember
popcorn.
Bandito Video? Remember the popcorn machine they had? That
I
one.
don't think... Yeah, maybe some
Use
people
promo code Bandito Video for your first bag free.
know.
Victor will know what we're talking about.
All right. Have a wonderful day, everyone.
Yes, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all soon.
Okay, bye.